Good morning, beautiful people. Um, Hope you all are doing well. So we went through that week before Lionsgate, where the portal opens, and to my knowledge, it culminates on or around a little after Lionsgate. It's very interesting influx of energy. And sometimes that energy comes in and it's revelatory, meaning it just opens our consciousness to a whole other way of perceiving reality, as sometimes it hits spots in us that, in a way, are going to, I like that word niggle, like niggle some vibrational material up for us to look at. Sometimes we kind of experience that rush of energy as a peak and as oh my gosh, aha. And sometimes it kind of pushes us to go deeper. So deeper is really powerful and empowering, but one must get through the shall we say, the chain link fence of those layers that are below our subconscious. And it can be, if I've spoken to this before, it can just be elements of what we did not have the emotional training, maturity, ability to process, and that can be, in our early age, right? Because you don't come in and they don't sit you down, as a baby and say, now listen, things are going to happen. And you get to cry and you can throw temper tantrums and express your feelings, but do it in such a way that you're complete with it. And those beings who decided to bring you into the world did it consciously, and so they're going to be there with you for the whole process. Now, that happens probably sometimes, but pretty rare if you consider the whole planet. And then, as you get older and you're starting to encounter, little friends and other people, there's not that messaging on how to get through those interactions. Or what would be awesome is at the end of every day, the parent teaches you how to clear. Oh, did that happen? Okay, well, we're gonna sit with that for a minute, and then how do you feel? And then here's what I love about you. You know, this is a process that, I learned, in my 20s. Um, and it's really, I mean, started that unlayering process and still doing it to this day, which is remarkable because I wonder how most people are doing on the planet without that. So that's A and B. C, we are very markedly told, depending on where you are on mm, and the religion spectrum, but or you're told you're a sinner and you have to go to confession, you have to repent, or you have to be saved by our Lord Jesus Christ, or uh, by Allah, or whatever. All those religions tend to put a lid of separation on you. But if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you get connected to some beautiful divine energy. And in some cases, that divine energy is going to be mm, the feminine aspect of spirituality that's been negated. Some of it is going to be you. And the direction that I that I heard this week was open to your true love. Open to true love. Open to your true love. Now, one could take that in a couple of different ways. One could say my true love might be the perfect partner for me. One could say true love might be that very, very deep essence within me. One could say true love might be the purest and most absolute love of the divine. Nonetheless, it could be all three. What does it require to get there for most beings? Unlayering. And it means saying yes to the dissension process, meaning the deeper you go, the harder it is to flow and just snap your fingers and have it go. It means really having the courage to settle in and to feel and to observe and to feel and then to be and to realize and then understand your part, to understand where you erred. And sometimes we err out of innocence, and sometimes we err out of ego. And so it's discernment there, right? You go, well, I did that, but the result I got from an adult did not warrant the action of a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old, right? But here, this is the way of 3D. It's a very interesting, it's a very interesting setup. And the other thing that I experienced is that here you are now, and you've all been gaining awareness of not only these earthly experiences, right? These earthly experiences, but there's unearthly or off-planet influences that come in into the minds, into the hearts, into the psyche of unaware individuals. And some of them come in quite strongly to the point of possession because there was such a vulnerability there. Others come in as just daggers, the daggers of uncertainty, or thought forms that might take someone uh, into actions that would cause not only them distress, but the world. And I'm thinking, about all these young people who are doing heinous things with guns. And yes, maybe they had unaware parents or a not good childhood, but what is in their head that is so making them motivated to move out in the world and cause harm? So we have to be mindful of all of this, and we have to be compassionate and understand anybody who's done something egregious. Most people, there are some who they know better and they do it anyway. Um, but a certain level of compassion because this is the way of 3D planet, 3D. And this is why, we are devoting our hearts, mind, and souls to this up-leveling possibility. And I call it a possibility because I don't have any insurance. I just have assurance that I need to keep with that process. And in that process, be aware that if you're a deep diver, you might run into to thought forms, feelings, traumas, emotions that tinge on being yours, but really are the collectives. And that takes a lot of courage to go through some of that. And I applaud you if you're able to do that. And certainly it seems that's been my task. Especially in this last 3 weeks, I would say, um, because there's been such an impetus to unlayer and to be present when I'm present with self, and then to intend the next contradictory statement, to intend the next contradictory to all of that up-leveling declaration or affirmation. So if you say, I am love, you're going to potentially get all the contradictions to that, not only that you experienced in life, but that you observed perhaps even via the media or family ancestral, or of course, for most of you, a remembrance of past lives. And so it goes forth. So what I thought we would do today is I just want to acknowledge that if you're going through any of these things, you are on track. You really are. You are on track. And I applaud you. And I also applaud you for your consistency in showing up. Thank you. Thank you, Lulu. Seriously, you're on track. Um, and it's tough sometimes. It really is. And everything can be going really evenly in your life. I'm just going to say this. And you can have one of those niggly feelings that's kind of murking about, or you can hang out with someone who's going through, you know, big stuff, and you have to just be present with them. Stay with it. Stay with your I am, stay with your I ams. And then in all of this, the directive, I prefer saying, is open to your true love. Open to your true love. And you can just simply say it, I open to my true love. And then be prepared for any layers that are just flittering up. And they can just be strange little inclinations toward, well, I deserve this, or competition, or I'm not enough, or well, that person would never, or why aren't I? And just observe those, because that's really normal. It's really normal. And here we are, kind of instigating, like you know, elbowing, these next layers up, up, up. And we're doing it consciously with our tool belt, you know, right here at our hips, saying, okay, I know what to do here. And also don't be shy about taking some time off and, sitting in your favorite easy chair, or going and hunkering down, mhm, with the covers up to here, or if it's hot, none, and going, bring it, just bring it. Give me the next layer. And what I notice when those layers are talking, it's almost like it's like a heaviness or a slight sleepiness, or a pulling down or a pulling within. In other words, I'm not feeling like being in doingness. It's like calling me. Yeah, you gotta get on in here. We have some more more layers to show you. Okay. So, yeah, just guided to share all that with you. And so in this moment then, let's do let's do a beautiful drop in and see where we go. Okay. Hmm. Let's just start with your love, 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 love. When we find that as our fortifying field, our reference field, if you will, to the who and what we're opening to. The who and what we're opening to. Love, 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 love. As a true love. And the first directive is to open your crown chakra, to allow spirit to come forth, spirit to come in through your crown chakra and add energy into your system. Mm. And if I may put it in these words, to enlighten your what's up now, enlighten your okay, now what? Enlighten your show me the next layer, layers. I'm here, I'm willing, I'm open. And love, 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 love. And invite that into your heart. As a matrix upgrade to what has been called love in the 3D scheme. What has been called love? What has been, uh, hmm, there's many words here, but allocated. Well, here's what love is. If this and this and this happen, well, then you have love. And we're allowing that spirit matrix to filter in, to illuminate your truth, our truth about it. And part of that illumination is actually, it feels like it's in the brain, but the brain connected to consciousness. And the first thing I hear is, I deserve. That can be taken two ways. It can be entitled, well, I deserve, or it can be an alignment with the one. Of course, I deserve love as I am one with the one, and the one is I am love. So we look at both of those. And certainly if we have numero uno, we go, oh, yeah, I didn't realize that was there. And you just nod and observe. Observing with the love moderator, the heart. If you want, you can filter a little bit of this through your either current or past relationships. And these can even include family and friends. And I deserve is a very superficial filter, but it does counter, oh, I don't. So we allow that one as an initial filter. And it becomes, of course, I deserve to open to true love. Of course I do. So I identify as love. And I want to move out in the world as that vibration. And then through the crown chakra, a pathway has been created for spirit to emanate pulses of divine love. And we're encouraged today to load up, if you will. And it's pulse, 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 pulse. And may we humbly ask this gorgeous offering to rewire our programmed matrix around what is love in 3D world and what is not. And it toggles back and forth between, well, hey, I deserve, and, well, I don't know if I do, to just remembering, recognizing, well, I am love, for I am an expression of the oneness. I am a gorgeous, beautiful expression in this now of the one. And this little aspect of our process here is In a way, it's meant to create an alignment, a receptivity to this truth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I am. Mm, I am the love of the oneness. Ooh, try that one on. I am the love of the oneness. And say it several times to yourself. I am the love of the oneness. Find a way to allow that to sink in. Mm, I am the love of the oneness. Mm, allowing that new matrix, that new mm, configuration of consciousness to actually anchor in your body, anchor in your vessel, anchor in your field, in your consciousness. It's like, oh, oh, it doesn't make us special or entitled. It makes us purveyors of this divine possibility in our world, in our 3D world. And as we go through this, the one, without even a thought, it does not even require a thought, is in that I open to my true love, then your true love becomes not only you, but the one. I open to my true love. And you can give permission to your heart to surrender to this. It's safe. Surrendering to certain beings in our lives have not always been safe, or it felt that way in the beginning and then didn't quite produce an ongoing flow of love or a connection to our true selves. So maybe express your willingness to ground this as a possibility, as a yes, as a choice in your life. And it's a layer. It's its own layer. Perhaps even sense or feel or imagine that matrix, that delicate, lovely matrix filtering down around you, in your bones, in your body, all the way to the earth. Say, hmm, I open to my true love. Hmm. In alliance with the one, in alliance with my path on this beautiful awakening, and in my agreement to bring my truth, my presence to to this earth. Um, I'm getting the message to say to you that your presence, your mm, innate, there's other words, but your innate being presence that alighted here on the planet, just you doing that has made that difference. And we're learning how to do more. We're learning how to slough off the ego programming that we were, I'm going to say subjected to, but also that was asserted upon us for our own good, and to make some choices about which aspects of that no longer serve us. I now open to my true love. And then imagine opening. I now open to my true love. And be sure to include your root chakra. And then perhaps even your feet. And even as you say that, there'll be a very subtle layer that will filter up. And if you keep saying it, whatever that layer that's feeling contradicted, it will just float off and flick out. I now open to my true love. And that can be myself, my presence, my expression of the oneness consciousness, and may include others in 3D. And you in this moment are guided to say this over and over again and see what floats up and filters off. Catch glimpses of that layer if you're able. Your body might make a little adjustment even. Don't hesitate to say this 20 times. And then you can say, I now open, open, open. And observe what that feels like. I now open, open, open. Yes, open, yes. And and sense and feel the resistance to that. It's wired in there. All the disappointments and hurts. I now open, open, open. And now, maybe take your palms, open them, and look at them and say, okay, bring it. You got another kind of a redo for me besides the old programming. Hmm? Hmm. So I now open. Yes, yes, yes. I I'm feeling confident. I absolutely open. Yes. Yes, why not? I open in this moment. Of course, why not? And you try on different variations and see which one gives you the pulse. The pulse of, the cooperative yes from divinity, and then be ready to receive. And finally, what is going to happen? I'm seeing a part of the 3D matrix as a constrictory element, and that's now going to, for our group and for those listening beyond this moment, this is going to be um, resolution, dissolution of that part of the matrix, not only for us, but for those beings who are ready. So, just tracking it, tracking it, tracking it. And there's a gratitude coming forth as well. Hmm. Wow. And here's where it was. The only way you can experience God's love is if you obey all the rules and laws. Conditional. It's not how it works. Not how it works. Okay, it's got a few more tendrils. Ah, yeah, it's the buy-in. Not good. Oof. Ooh, so many have bought into that one. Whoa. Ugh. That's gonna be a tough one. Yes, I need your help here. Blah. By your nature, you do not deserve God's love. By your nature, you are sinners. By your nature, you are sinners. No. That's like calling God a sinner. Oh my gosh. Oh, please. Okay, a little bit more dissolution here of that. It's an entanglement. Ah, but definitely programmed into this planet. Has got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. And it's, the hammer was obey or thou shalt go to hell or something like that. If you're lucky, purgatory. Oh, no, 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 no. And again, I open to my true love. I open to my true love. I open to my true love. I am open. To my true love. And that's your internal self love, your true love, your depth love. Very connected to the divine feminine, very connected to I am love, divine feminine expression, very connected. Very connected. And it's a feel into yumminess. Yeah. And also anything that's the expression of the divine feminine is an expression of the one. It's just a little discerning notation there. And so I am open to my true love. And my prayer for you, we'll say all of us, is that becomes a divine attractor. That the beings that start really coming into your life are reflections of that in every way possible. And that, those ticks of negation of you as love, that they just pop up and you flick them out. Pop up. Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah. Fifth grade. Boom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Fourth grade. Like that. Whatever. Whatever it comes up, you go, oh, yeah, this is just a contradiction. Glad I saw it because now I know. I've opened the lion's gate to expressing myself as true love. I remember 2 years ago that group of crystalline beings came in, the Lyrans, and they said it's time that you begin to identify yourself as capable, if nothing else, of holding a different frequency, interconnectivity, complete link to guidance, and love, 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 love as your fallback expression. Least she need remind yourself or others. Oh yeah. Okay, beautiful beings, we are one here. And thank you for always for that devotion to yourself, your path, to make it here, to add to this field. And mm, bring it forth in whatever way you're able. And we do have a new moon, and there will be messaging coming through from the central spiritual sun. It has a message for us. Yes, yes, yes. Mm. I hear the word continuation on this theme. Okay, I'm open. I'm not even asking if you are because I already know the answer. Okay. Love, love, love to you and namaste.